Hey guys, Fame here. I know I haven't posted a video in a long time, and it's because of a few things. Not only the pandemic that's going on and working and all that fun stuff, but the Lotus Evora S has had some issues with the supercharger, and that's what I've been dealing with. Unfortunately, I just started ripping it apart and getting everything out of it. Supercharger's actually being sent out to Joker's Performance in Illinois to be fixed. But I figured since all this was going on that I would do a little video and show people, because after searching on the internet and searching the forums, there is literally very, very little documented on YouTube about anything relating to repairs or costs or anything besides changing the oil on a Lotus Evora. So I'm going to show you some few things of how to get to places, how to get your hands behind stuff. I'm going to kind of take you to the struggle of doing all this stuff myself. I kind of wanted to hire somebody, but I saved significant cost and labor doing a lot of the grunt work myself, leaving the other, like the supercharger stuff, to the professionals. So let's just take a peek here. So currently, this is on another video. Make sure to check out that video as well. I will go over putting the supercharger back in. Like I said, I unfortunately just started ripping everything apart. I'm trying to get the supercharger out as quickly as possible, but I will show you the process of putting it back together. You guys just need to follow it in reverse, that's all. But another issue here, we'll go over getting how I got to this point, getting to the spark plugs, changing the spark plugs out, and possibly changing out the O2 sensor as well. In this video, we'll be going over how to get to the right-hand cylinder bank number 1, including cylinders 5, 3, and 1, as well as the oxygen sensor for bank 1. Okay, so we're in the back of the Lotus. I'm going to show you how to take all this stuff off. These are 3 buttons, so 1, 2, 3. I found out the hard way last time I did this, and tried to peel it off with a plastic peeling tool, and I actually ripped the button off, so don't do that. Other than that, down here at the bottom, this is a 4mm hex head, and this will release the 2 bottom pins on the bottom of your net. I'm just going to leave the net out because I don't ever use it, and I don't really have a need for it. I don't ever put anything back here besides cleaning supplies, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that out and just save it for a rainy day until someone else buys the vehicle or I happen to need it for some reason. Those subsequently will also be the bottom portion of your inner little pocket weld to get to the engine in there and get to the spark plugs. Other than that, you have 4 of these thumb screws, 2 on both the passenger and the driver's side, upper and lower, and they just pull the carpet off. Just twist them and bring them off. While I'm doing that, it is good to know anytime you're doing any kind of electrical work on your vehicle, you should disconnect the battery appropriately. I took the battery completely out and put it on my battery tender, seeing that this project was going to take a lot longer than what I thought the battery would hold. And then from there, I'm going to come underneath, pop the button off, and if I had a button over there, I'd pop it off. And then just be careful pulling this off with these little studs. And then I fold it through. And there's one half of the carpet. Just do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Good habit I've gotten into is just labeling my bags. I buy sandwich bags, and I just label them beforehand with marker. This is just the boot of it. I got thumb screws, a 4 Allen head, so what tools I'm using and what's to be expected in the bag. So thumb screws, 2 Allen heads, a button, I put an N for anything that needs to be replaced, and then using an 8mm for the actual plate that we're pulling off. So once you have a big project, you have a lot of stuff, you've learned this over the years, things happen to get lost very easily, so I do my best to kind of mitigate that and give myself little treats along the way.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Okay, next in the back here, we have this little plate here that's held on by 8mm hex heads. as well as the plate behind it, which you'll see in a second. And don't be alarmed, it's also held on with like a sticky double-sided tape as well. So let's go ahead and take that off. Again, making sure to put this into my Ziploc baggie for safe storage until I put it back together. Okay, a little sticky. This has already been pulled off before, so it's not as sticky. It's your first plate. And here is the second plate. There we go. Not sure how well you'll be able to see it. But there we go. That's really it. This is a
coil pack.
10.
Oh, right.
To release the unit here.
It's a coil pack, Drake.
Already got it a little loose. There we go. Okay, now with that out, I have a 16, an extension, 1/4 inch, or 1/2 inch, excuse me, 1/2 inch wrench.
Ratchet!
Gushy wrench. We take this couple. Gushy wrench. Got it. I'm about to put this girl on Twitter. You know you ratchet. Because I ain't got time for this. I need to wrong. And you ratchet.
So yeah, that's really it. Those are obviously the hardest 3 cylinders to get to. The other 3 cylinders on the other side of the block are pretty self-explanatory. If you can do those 3, you can definitely do the other ones. They sit directly on top, and they're very easy to get to compared to getting to those hard ones back behind that little wall there. As far as spark plugs, there is a difference between the Lotus Evora naturally aspirated and the supercharged. From what I've read, don't quote me on this, and I did not put spark plugs in. I just wanted to make sure they were in good condition. And some people are writing in threads that they can use a certain brand of Toyota spark plugs for the naturally aspirated, but from what I understand, there is only one OEM. No, there's not even a replacement spark plug. There's just the OEM plugs that come in the supercharge, which are heat index 6. I don't know. And they're $47 a piece OEM from Lotus. I think that's astronomical. It comes out to over $300 for 6 of them. So if anybody out there knows some information on cheaper spark plugs or anything of that direction, that would be super helpful. Otherwise, in the description below, I'm going to put what I know and the links that I looked up for this this job here and what spark plugs everybody's saying. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you haven't checked out the supercharger video, please check that out. That will be coming up here soon if it's not already out and you're looking at this at a different time. Otherwise, check out my other videos. When it did run, it was a ton of fun. And soon enough, hopefully within a month and a half, we'll have it running up and running again and have some more footage coming your way. Appreciate it.